Hi, this is Klaus from sofaski.com, and with this video I would like to show you what you need to get right when you're skiing with your children. Obviously you will sign them up for ski school, but there is nothing better than skiing with your own child, and here are some tips to make sure that this will be a success. The full video is part of Coaching Taka, and an article on the topic with more information can also be found on my website. Make sure that your child spends enough time with a trained ski instructor. One thing that you need to be aware of is that children learn movements more by watching and copying. How you ski in front of them will therefore have an influence on how they will ski. The better your skiing is, the easier it will be for them, as they will copy your moves. Maybe a good excuse for the parents also to take some lessons again as well. If you have any questions, please comment below. I hope I can make a contribution. Have fun and stay safe. Carving with kids. In this short bonus lesson, I would like to show you how you can apply the things that we have done with Taka also with children, and what the most important things are to look for there. I had the pleasure to ski with my godchild Marina for 2 hours a couple of weeks ago, and I would like to show you what we have done. Before we start, some important safety reminders. Make sure that the kids are always safe and sign them up for ski school. Have them be trained by a pro so that they learn the basics right. You will of course still be skiing with your own child, and for those days this video should be a contribution. That they're able to do it safely is really the most important thing. So make sure that they know how to use the lift safely, that they know the most important safety rules. Ski them on slopes where they can actually try out new things and learn. Don't push it too hard or take them down slopes that are too steep for them. That's probably one of the most common mistakes I see. In general, make sure that it's fun for them and that they love it. And the better they will ski, the more they will advance, I believe, the more they will also enjoy doing it. So here are now some tips on how to make sure that their development will be a success. The first important one is the equipment. And the most important part of the equipment are the boots. Make sure that the boots are not too big. If the boots are too big, then they will find the balance in the back. Don't buy the boots so that they last 2 years. I've been renting the boots for my child now for the last years, so that we can always make sure that we have the right size. The beauty about kids and learning how to ski is that they will figure it out themselves. But the equipment needs to be right. They need to be on the correct equipment so they can find their balance in the right spot. After saying hi here, we now did our first run, and Marina now is on new ski boots and skis that are 20 centimeters longer, and she hasn't skied for nearly a year. So we take a lot of time at the beginning to give her a chance to find her balance. We made sure at the beginning that the boots are buckled correctly, and now we just go and give it a try. So after making sure that the equipment is correct, the next step is going to be to get them excited about staying in your tracks and staying right behind you. If you achieve this with your kids, then like I said before, they will figure out what they need to do so that they are not left behind, and what they need to do so that they can stay in your tracks. Still here with Marina now, we did a few drills. Basically the task was to copy what I was doing. We started with lifting the uphill ski in some traverses here, just so that she can feel the balance over her downhill, over her outside a bit more. Now I'm skiing some easy garlands, also to the other side. And you can already see how she's adjusting, where she's at with her weight, and how she's figuring out if she's going to like these new skis or not. Now we're doing some jumps in between the turns. Also, this is a really good one because after the jump she will be in the middle. We want to give her the feeling that moving forward in that moment, being more in the middle, should feel better than getting pushed a bit too far in the back. And these were the two main goals here for the first few runs, to get her better balanced over the outside ski and to get her a little more in the middle. We then also did some easy hockey stops, and all of these things without much explaining, just follow me and try to copy what I do. So now I'm doing a little bit of a hockey stop here, and Marina is trying the same. The hockey stop now trying to shift weight on the outside quicker, and you see she will realize, oh, I might have slipped a bit. How do I adjust so I can fulfill that task better? It's basically just giving them different things so they can figure it out themselves. We are now doing some hockey stops towards the camera, trying to throw as much snow at the camera as possible. And in the second attempt, it's already a little quicker and a little cleaner. Then I filmed her from the back. Let's have a look at her fore-aft balance a little bit. And also this is something I see a lot. Marina, like I said, is on new boots. The boots are now probably quite a bit stiffer than what she had before. And the first adjustment automatically will be that they start to skid a bit more over the heels. So she now needs to get the feeling that she also, with the stiffer boot, can get into the boot a bit more, that she can bend the ankle, that she can bend the boot and get more forward. The easiest task to achieve that is to take the poles away and just ski not with the arms hanging down, but with having the hands in front of us. If the poles in our hands with kids, they can often also drag them back and pull them further to the back. Now with the hands in front, and again, a good opportunity to rethink, where am I fore-aft? Does it feel better if I come a bit more forward? Then we add the knee touch when we go through the turn. So the hands stay in front, and as we go through the turn, we go down and touch the knee. You can see here how Marina, in the first attempts, doesn't really touch the knee. So I tell her to reach a bit lower, and also that the inside hand keeps pointing at me. So hands forward, touch the knee, and as soon as she gets on the knee a bit more, she will feel how the carving ski will take her around and will pull. So shifting weight on the ski, putting the ski on the edge, these are the two things we want her to discover here. We're doing some disco moves here in between the turns to make sure that we're relaxed, and then shift the weight on the outside again. Here now some explanation while we're standing. So I tell her, watch that hand a bit, make sure that that points forward. Now see if you can lift it. Now put the lower ski a little more on the edge. And now we'll ask her to do a few jumps, which again is a really good thing to do to figure out a bit where is the best place for me to be. Now we're jumping. Where is the best place for me to be? Where does it feel most stable? And then we do this drill as clean as possible. So here I'm skiing backwards, giving her the feedback, and try to get her the right things at the right time. And you can see she's already also, in addition to touching the knee, lifting the inside. Not an easy task, but it's really good for her to feel that the ski is actually doing the turning by itself. If you do the right things, you don't need to turn the feet, you don't need to turn the body. And you can see with every run here, she's now skiing faster. She's now getting much cleaner turn happening. Really important for me, the moment in between the Superman. So we're already going quite a bit faster now. And if you watch her, you can see how she has now learned that in order to finish the turn a bit more, she needs to step on it a bit more. So sometimes you will see her now touching the knee. You will also see her now starting to play more with inclination, which is great as well. She's able to lean in more because she has a better balance already over the outside ski. So here in the slow motion, if you have a look at it, that's the leaning in. But now have a look, there will be a few moments where you see, oops, I might not be able to make that turn. And then she makes the adjustment to move more over the outside, and she will feel right away how the skis will turn. So that's all the things we wanted to discover in this morning session, to discover the carving of the ski, to figure out what we need to do to make the skis turn better, what we need to do to be more in the middle. Here now I'm and that was already it. We then skied together with the family, and I think that's the ultimate goal, that the whole family can ski together, that you can know the kid is fine, the child knows what to do, that it's safe, and that she's able to keep up. When you free ski with the kids, keep an eye on them and make sure that they're still doing it right. And I hope this video also helps you to see a bit better what you want to be looking for. So make sure that they get on the outside ski, that they're not getting pushed too far in the back, that they're able to stay in your tracks and things like this. If you see something weird is happening, that they're turning with the body too much or other things, then it's time to check in with ski school again. On the second day, we then went a bit more off-piste, skied some fresh snow and some tracks, and also these things are hugely important for them to work on the balance and work on doing turns on surfaces that are not just perfectly groomed. So the more variable the snow is and the conditions are you can ski them, the better a skier they will become. But again, also here in this situation, we want to make sure that we don't push it too hard, that they are still able to do things correctly. We had an amazing day then on day 2 and focused a lot more on just having fun and skiing different slopes, learning some tricks. And again, this is really the key thing, that they enjoy skiing. And I put her on a different ski as well, but then on the next day she wanted to go back on the carving ski and have some more fun on the groomed runs, doing the faster turns. And I think again what I said at the beginning, if they discover how nice it is to carve a fast turn, then they will also love it. There are 2 short videos on the first 2 days that I skied with my daughter as well, and I might do a longer series on how to ski with kids if you guys are interested. Thanks to Marina and her parents. I look forward to next time. Bye bye.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good skiing.